boom. Oh, it says it's got a problem going to my page. What a mess.
Hi guys.
Yeah, hi.
How are you
Start
guys doing? How's things going out in internet land?
internet land. Starting off crummy with the technical difficulties. But hey, we want to know where you're tuning in from. We don't care about our technical difficulties. We'll do that. Where you tuning in from? We want to know. We enjoy that. But also, hey guys, did what does 50 Cent do when he gets hungry? Do you know?
Eat.
58.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you.
Music Lovers Only.
Yay!
I think we're live to where we need to be going live on all that stuff.
We are so live. We're all the way live. Y'all remember that song?
No.
All the way live. Who's that by? No. I was about to say MC Hammer, but I was like, no, I don't think that is.
I don't know. Hey, fun fact though. This is For Music Lovers Only, the podcast. This is episode 145, and we're going to be talking about Willie Nelson. I mean, we could talk about 1986 for a third time because I finally made that list that we've been talking about making. I'm pretty sure this is the second time I made the list, but we already did 86. So we did it. It seemed oddly familiar.
Yeah.
It was like, haven't we been here? And so I scanned through it, and the icon was funny. That's why I probably didn't see it, because I was looking at the pictures and not the words. And so that's why I didn't see it. But I've got a list now. And I think the 80s always seem to win when we do the polls. So I think for at least the time being, for the next foreseeable future, we're just gonna not do 80s, because 80s and 90s we've got almost halfway done. And
I think Sophia already covered the 80s on one show. She did the whole 80s on one of the shows.
Yeah, and your mic just went wonky again.
Because you're being Andre is why it did.
Yeah.
No, I have it muted for some reason. The other one's not muted now, and that's why it went wonky. I was coughing for a second, and then I did not unmute myself. Anyways.
Now you're in stereo. In stereo sound.
But we got six decades, so that's what, 60 years from 1960 to 1929 or 2019. And I thought with it all done up here, we've got tons of years left to do. So we got, like I said, a lot to do, and a lot of good years. I'm like, man, I know there had to be some good music in those years.
Just make it easy on the next time. Just pick from 3 years that we haven't done from there.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe each of us pick a year, and then we'll put it to the polls.
There was some of Willie Nelson's music that reminded me of like the early when we were doing the 1920s. And it kept going to like the 1930s, like the late 1920s. It reminded me of some of his songs.
Yeah, I didn't do a lot of his early stuff. I listened to a bunch, but that's not what my list ended up being. Some tentatives on there, but most of mine was later stuff, and just ended up being mainly in a lot of duets and with multiple people.
Features. So. Yeah, I was surprised. There was some few shocking.
I found out that he's the only person that might have done more songs with people than Tech Nine.
Yeah, maybe. I would say it would be good running, and I think we need to make that happen. Tech Nine and Willie Nelson. I think that'd be pretty.
It probably did.
That's what I was thinking. It probably has.
I think Snoop's got the Willie corner marketed. No, I did find some hip hop rappers that had him on an album.
Yeah, I had two on that. One of them might be on my list tonight. So
Yeah,
Okay.
like I said, there's a few I stayed away with because I thought Coach would get. There's a couple I stayed away with because I thought Santia would pick them, but I'm
I
going last this time because it was my pick. So,
Mhm.
I
Coach,
almost gave you during the pre-show, just said, hey, give me 2 songs that you really need on your list. Because mine was hard. Like mine's one of those where I've made my list, but I
Mhm.
kind of hope they got knocked off because I kind of would like to use some, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, definitely.
I'm fine. Like I'm
Yeah,
fine with it, but I'd also be fine with changing it.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I made my list, but there's 2 that I'm worried about.
I got 2 that I think I could steal from you. I changed one last minute. So I thought you might take it. And then the rest I think I'll be okay, but one for sure I'm worried about.
I wasn't worried about anything until you said duets, and then I have one duet, but I have enough to where if you knock out all 5, I'll have 5 more.
Yeah, I have 15 and 15 on standby, so I'd be
Mhm.
Yeah, I've got 30 of just Willie, and then a handful of the duets and stuff like that.
even a
Features.
lot of mine that were some of my favorites, like that I found out were actually originally singles or just him that he went back and did. Like one of the ones I'm going to use actually came out earlier just by him, but then
Mhm.
he did it with this person, and I like that version better. So that's
Yeah.
the one I'm using.
He
He
did
did a
do
lot of singles. It was just like, "Hey, here's a song. All right, bye,"
Yeah.
but he'd do like 6 albums a year.
he re-recorded a lot of music too, a lot of his
Oh, yeah.
older stuff, and a lot of covers, and I mean, what he got into trouble. I think it was in the '80s with the IRS. Speaking of feeling like Willie, but
Yeah.
he got into trouble, and so he just re-recorded an album with his friends, and the album is called something like help me pay for the IRS or pay the IRS or something is the name of the IRS album, I think is what it's called.
Mm.
But
I missed that one because there are 1,000 albums.
oh yeah, a lot of albums. Certainly not a shortage of Willie, that's for sure. There's a lot of Willie.
This would have been probably the first easy one we could have done albums, like each done 5 albums and probably been okay because
Yeah.
of albums.
And I mean, his sad songs just kick a little harder than everybody else's. Dwight was close last week, but good Lord, I didn't get very many. I didn't get any. I won't say, but I didn't get any sad songs on there.
I need to listen to freaking Dwight Yoakam because we keep bringing him up, and I still cannot. I can't think of one damn song, and I know all of them probably.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to as soon as we hang up. Hang up. I'm
Hang
old.
up.
No, you hang up.
Yeah. But Willie lived a life. He certainly did. A lot of stories he could tell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked him and his acting. Like I said, he was in every Western in the 80s and 90s. And a lot of the albums were soundtracks to those Westerns. And I don't know if he was actually producing or whatever, directing or whatever, but he had a pretty big hand in keeping some of that alive.
Mm.
And of course, Johnny Cash joined him in a lot of them, and all of his buddies, and that was fun to see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, but I think my favorite acting role was the Dukes of Hazzard, where he played Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, the new remake of it or whatever.
Yeah, and all the little corny jokes. Hence the 50 Cent joke today. I figured, hey, it's Uncle Jesse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Coach, you got the spinner handy. Let's get into Willie Nelson.
I do have it.
Do you got the two for one?
No, I meant to have. Hold on. I do, but hold on a second. I got to modify it real quick.
What is the Jeopardy? Do 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 do.
Oh, we'll take this moment to hey, you can go find the playlist on YouTube. I'm gonna start putting it on Spotify, probably this time because I did my list that way, and but we'll have this episode on Spotify by the end of the week. All episodes of this year are on Spotify. YouTube is they're permanently. Facebook, we're still getting, they get deleted, so go watch there.
Why is that so complicated?
I don't know.
Is it me or is it not me?
It is you. So it was not Santia, it was JRB, but now it's not JRB5. Yes, Santia. That's why I drew the yes pointing up, because I had to do a quick modification on it.
Fine.
Coach.
The hell?
I tried to give you Kevin's.
Difficulties.
I tried to give you Kevin's, and then I stopped it.
I would have been okay with Kevin's. I would have liked it. Anyways, all of mine ended up being from the 2000s. As of right, actually, there's one that is not. Never mind. So all of them did, and then I kind of modified, but from 2000 and beyond. So, anyways, my number 5, I believe, is from his newest album, The Border. There might be 1 or 2 or 15 since one of his newest albums.
Yeah,
it's like 2024, I believe. And the song is The Border. It's like just a perfect tell of kind of what's not really exactly, but kind of what's going on at the border now, but like an old times almost telling of it, because he's kind of talking about stuff that's relevant, but it also seems like it could be told. Then, because the first time I heard it, I didn't realize how new of a song it was. I was running, you hear the voice and like, well, that sounds like older Willie, but some older Willie sounds like newer. Anyways, some of his old stuff makes him still sound old.
Yeah, he's been old for a long time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
His voice has been gruff and that kind of voice for a long time.
But it's maintained. Even I listened to his latest release. I don't know.
I like it better now. I think like from 2020 to now is the best his voice has ever. Like I like his version of his voice now.
Yeah.
I feel like I like the 80s Willie voice, where he was still youngish. Wait, he was our age in the 80s, I think.
I don't think so.
The age we are now, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
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 He's 90 something now, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a little older than we are, but close. Yeah, you're right. So anyways, yeah. And he looked freaking 60 then, was what's crazy. That was just a different time and a different age and a different, a different place, I
don't think he ever looked young.
Yeah, it was the 80s. People just looked older in the 80s. What are you gonna say? My number 4 was my first of duets start. This is him and Billy Strings from 2023. This is the one, Josh, that I was worried about, and I kind of knew was going to be on your list. But I'm sorry I had to do it. It's California Sober.
Yep. Good song.
It's like it was a song written for his 90th birthday, and for him to perform with it. Him and Billy performed it together at his 90th birthday or something like that. Yeah. And it became a huge hit. And it's a freaking awesome song.
Yeah. It starts off. There's another one on my list that the intro is almost the same, and it was messing me up when I was listening to the playback, trying to get a feel for everything. And one thing I noted is that had that beautiful steel guitar, and again, like we were talking about last week with Dwight, got a beautiful steel guitar. I love a good steel guitar.
Yeah.
That's my number 4. My number 3. I got to get some freaking reggae in, man. And I got to get some freaking Ziggy. So that's pretty cool. And this song's kind of a religious feeling or so. I mean, it is a religious or type song, but it's This Train from 2009. I don't know what the actual CD it's from. The song is This Train, and it's a super just reggae feeling song. But like the whole time, even the first time I heard it, you didn't realize it again because I was running. But Willie's singing under Ziggy almost the whole time Ziggy's singing, but Ziggy doesn't do it like on Willie's parts. There are some parts that Ziggy does alone, but like all from the beginning, like the first 30 seconds is Ziggy powerfully, and then you start hearing just Willie. I don't know if he's learning the song for the first time and he's singing it like underneath of him, and it's real cool to hear that gruffy voice coming through with Ziggy singing. So
yeah,
Sweet.
I don't know if it was really my top 5 song, but it was freaking reggae. So I got to get reggae into a freaking Willie Nelson.
I think I don't think he's got a metal song, but he's got some that are definitely rock.
Yeah, I've never found any rap, because you say he did one with Snoop, and I don't know if that's on your list. It was a tentative on mine. It's not, but it's not rap at all. It's
No.
It's folk or country or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he's got a couple with Snoop nowadays.
Okay, maybe he's on some others I didn't find, but
he did do a lot of gospel too in the early days. I figured somebody would find that.
Oh, I found some with him and Ray Charles, and so I stayed away from those just in case. You're right, somebody did find them. So that was my number 3. My number 2 was an addition. I bumped one that I am going to use as an honorable mention because I don't think nobody will use it. God dang it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So this is I Gotta Get Drunk, and this is the Willie and George Jones version. I take another one, Josh.
No. Good song though.
Yeah, that today I listened like twice to the original just Willie version, and him and George Jones is way more powerful, just way better. I mean, that makes that song, them going back and forth. And I think sometimes that's what makes Willie's voice even stand out more. Like even like the Highwaymen stuff, and all of his stuff he does with all those other powerful voices, his voice just stands out when you hear him against other people, especially.
You can definitely tell his voice.
Oh yeah. No. Even like there's one song that's an honorable mention. Hopefully it makes your list. But this one person's on this song, and when I told my wife she hears him or her sing, she's like, "That doesn't sound like her." I'm like, "Yeah, I just think up against Willie and stuff, people sound different." So
yeah.
Anyways, my number 1 is another duet, and this one's Willie and Merle from 2015, and it's Going to Pot.
Good song.
That song's just freaking awesome. It's happy, but also talking about some of the real stuff going on, but also I got $100 bill, and you know where it's going. It's all going to pot.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
So that's my list. I got some honorable mentions, but I'll wait to do them because I don't think either of mine would make anybody's list because they just don't seem like anybody's music but mine. But one of them talks about a town just to the south of me. So that's the only reason I kind of wanted to use it. So, and a subject that of sandwiches that Josh, and people really enjoy. So, anyways, that's my list. And now that means it's Santia's turn.
Good list. Good list.
It's my turn.
I was like, I was lost for a minute. I was like, why are y'all looking at me?
Because you got to press the button. Usually we'll have to wait for the spinner to go. So I think that there was that momentary.
I did kind of do the quick transition one, and now it's Santia's. I did try to do that. So because you're right. It's not how we normally do it.
Yeah. Change. We're just changing. So and I posted this on my face space earlier, but yeah, one of the things that I learned listening to Willie Nelson for the week and the weekend is one, I obviously have not listened to Willie Nelson because when I was going through songs, I haven't heard any of these damn songs.
Yeah.
So apparently I only know 4.
I'm sure you know at least 8.
I was looking and I was like, I have never heard any of these songs. So I literally needed to learn Willie Nelson, and I started from the beginning to the end. And in the beginning, Willie Nelson just kind of it sounded like he had the same song for maybe like
15
4
albums.
years.
Yeah.
That was the thing though. That was the song he was making then, or that was it was selling, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
he did a lot, but he didn't have a lot of great success until late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. And that's
the outlaw country really catapulted him, and he
Mhm.
he ended up going to war with the record company to get better rights, kind of, and that was what kind of marked him an outlaw. I mean, a lot of it,
Mhm.
yeah, it was the context of his songs and his lifestyle. He'd been arrested a few times,
Mhm.
so him and Waylon got pinned up in that outlaw country, and so they played it up a little bit, I think.
Oh, okay. I got you. So yeah, that and I can see it when it really did started changing. And I remember reading that when he kind of started changing his sound, it was one of those things to where everybody was like biting their nails, like, oh my God, it doesn't sound like his outlaw
Yeah,
records. It's something different. What's gonna happen? And then you can just kind of tell that he just was gonna do whatever the hell he wanted after
yeah,
that. So
yeah,
I'm
you know,
Willie damn Nelson.
yeah. He's done that from the beginning, I think.
Well, that's
Mhm.
what they asked, why he works so much still, and because early on, because he did it his way and wasn't making money and was doing a ton of albums to do it. That's why he had to work so much, you know.
Yeah. Oh my God. Um, and also Willie needed to leave the women alone. Good Lord. I've never heard so many sad songs about women in my life. I was like, Willie, let him go.
That's why he's got a big family.
Take some time to yourself, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Number one, moving on. Moving on. So the first song that I got, it was I feel like maybe it's the Ray Charles duet that maybe Coach was talking about. Maybe.
Mhm.
And it is Seven Spanish Angels.
Oh man, great,
Yep,
Yep.
awesome
great song.
man. And freaking
Oh,
God, Ray Charles kills it in that song.
oh yeah. Yeah. I looked at the title and I was like, what in the world could this or what in the world woman could this be about? Is what I was thinking.
Not
Like
not not
seven
about
of
a woman,
them?
but I think they were really good friends, if I remember correctly. And I think right before it was like Ray Charles' last performance, he was doing it, and Willie came out and sang it. They performed it together one last time, and
Mm.
Willie was in tears. I'll have to fact check it, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it went down.
That's
It's
what I'll
probably on
remember it.
YouTube. Yeah. I'm very sure it's probably on YouTube. I
Yeah.
want to watch that because it's an amazing song.
Yeah.
And I love not fairy tales, but stories, especially tragic stories about taking your last stand
Yeah.
and she wasn't going to live without her man, and then and it was beautiful. It's just a beautiful story to tell between the two of them. Is absolutely gorgeous. So I really like that one. So that's my number one. Number two, made me throw my shoe in the dishwater. Let me explain. So there I was listening to Willie Nelson, and this song comes up that is called "The End of Understanding." Now, if you know anything about life, people get a whole lot of chances in this. You try to understand what's going on with them emotionally, spiritually, and sometimes you put yourself out, just kind of end up getting ran over. And this song is about not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, when he started off the song, he's like, I like you keep hurting me and you say you're sorry. And I'm like, okay, but there's gonna have to be an end to understanding, ho. Like, stop. Like,
Yeah.
no, we're not gonna keep understanding anymore. And it just hit a nerve with me because people know what they're doing.
Yeah.
People know what they're doing, and at some point you have to understand that listen to me, audience, you have to understand that they know what they're doing too.
Yeah.
And quit trying to be so damn understanding and cut them loose.
Well, I think at least half of his heartbreak songs, he was the one leaving, and the other half he got left.
Oh
So,
yeah.
it was a good mix. It was a good
He was
mix
doing
of-
some saving too. He was doing some saving.
Yeah.
I think he got saved a couple of times. How many kids does he have? Like 30?
A bunch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it's like Nick Cannon
Lucas is the only
amount.
one I can name. I think he did a couple songs with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
May have been his wife, but it was one of the family members.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was a wife. I think it was a daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he has a whole album with family too, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's more of accepted family, not all of its real family, but you know,
mm-hmm.
the family he made on the road, the family he chose.
He's attributed to 8 children.
8 attributed to.
I'm just saying, in his lifestyle and all of that, there. I'm not saying there's other, but it just says country legend Willie Nelson has 8 kids. So
Okay.
I added that part. I mean,
okay.
I'm just going out on a limb saying that
Allegedly.
I'm just saying going out on a limb and saying there's a chance.
I was like, Wikipedia is savage, dude. Attributed. Anyways, so somebody had to stop understanding and sit his ass down somewhere. End of understanding. Number 2. Number 3 is going to be off of his 1996 album Spirit, and it's called We Don't Run. And it's another power song. Like I didn't know a lot about Willie Nelson, and one thing that I know that he really likes to talk about is life, women, weed, and
F around to find out.
Yeah, and strength. He loves to build people up and tell you about and encourage you to do your best in whatever it is that you're doing. And this one, I have so many notes on. Look at this. This is absolutely ridiculous what's going on there. Where's it at? Oh, we don't run. We don't compromise. We don't quit. We never do. We look for love. We find it in the eyes of me and the eyes of you. And the whole song goes on about that and just letting us know that we have to have courage, and we have to understand that the love in ourselves is what's going to make the change. Yeah. And especially what's going on in the world right now, that is something that is very important to remember. So that's my number 3. Number 4 is going to be Bloody Mary Morning.
You're killing me. Ding.
Did I get it?
Yeah, you got it. That's the one that sounds like the Billy String song. The intro sounds exactly the same, and it was effing me up the whole listen to. All good, great song.
Did you get the 1972 version or the Bluegrass 2023 version?
I got the 1973. It's off of the Phases and Stages, the album.
How many times did he record this song? Well, mine is the Bluegrass, off of the Bluegrass album from September 2023.
Yeah.
So I didn't quite get it. I really like this version because it was faster.
This one was pretty fast, and like I said, it was a heartbreak song, but you wouldn't tell it by the tune, because it's a happy tune, and he's going down to Houston to to drink her off his mind. Yeah.
She just left him without warning.
Yeah.
And just looked up, she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good song. I really enjoyed it. It sounds fun to dance to.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're at the soiree, that would be the song that you'd get the strong girls to dance with you on. Because they ain't gonna be there in the morning anyways. All right, and then that was number 4. So number 5. Number 5 is going to be off of his 2024, one of his 2024 albums, Last Leaf on the Tree.
Yeah.
And then this one, that whole album, I kept getting snot-nosed, teary-eyed through that whole album. But the song that I picked off of there was Color of Sound. He says, why silence is golden, but what color is sound? And then he starts talking about just the experiences in life. Color it, whatever color it is. It's the color of exploring and having children and falling in love and fucking up. Like, that's the color of sound. It's just the color that you color it with your life is how I interpreted it. But it was such a beautiful song. It is such a beautiful song.
It is.
And that's a good album. And it seems like the last 5 years worth of albums, every album he's like kind of saying goodbye. And then he wakes up and he's still alive and he's like, oh, well, I'll just cut another album.
I would say definitely 20 years of coming to his own mortality and pulling a Keith Richards on us. And I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I think he's well prepared to go when it is his time, which I hope is a long time still.
Yeah.
I got to see him once in Salina.
Oh yeah.
At the Bicentennial Center there, I think is what it was called. I seen Dylan there too, nosebleeds. And I sat through most of the show, and I think I was a little bit closer for Willie, but I still wasn't close enough. So I got up to like I had to pee because it was all seating. And I don't know if you've ever been to the Bicentennial Center in Salina, but it's more like a theater. And so there is no general admission. There's seats up there, and it's real fancy, nice place. But so I went up to go pee, and then I went on my way back. I walked really slow by the stage, and I was like right there by him. So this had to be early 2000.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
awesome.
saw him when he came down for Riverfest. That was about 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. It was a sea of people.
Yeah. I think
It was
there was one a couple years after when I seen him that him and Dylan were at the baseball diamond, the old one, not the new one.
I like how he just plays wherever.
Yeah.
Like he wants everybody to see.
I like the complex or whatever out of his place that he built to do concerts and stuff. I watched like a whole series on concerts he did out there, and it was freaking awesome. And a lot of the people are people I don't really normally listen to, but good times.
Yeah, I mean, he did Farm Aid. That was in the 80s when all the farms were going belly up because the banks were taking, they couldn't pay the loans, so he set up Farm Aid, and that's still something that goes on every year. And so, I mean, he's given a lot back. I mean, he's always seemed to be a good human being, genuinely. I mean, the worst thing you ever hear about him is that he got caught smoking weed, and nowadays that's less of a problem. And so, yeah, I think he's genuinely a good person. But it's a good list. You only stole one of mine. That was not the one. I got the one that I thought would go, but I got another good sad song to replace it. Maybe I won't go sad. Maybe I won't do any sad. We'll see. Let's find out when I get there. But yeah, it was fun. A lot of nut kicking. I wanted to. I mean, just the way I'm feeling, I wanted to put all sad songs, just the saddest songs. And he's got some that just, rip you apart.
Yeah.
He could do it. But I didn't. I'm going to start it off since California Sober is no longer my number 5. I'm going to start with Superman, which I knew it would happen, but I'm just glad it made the list.
Well, I was going to use one of those two, and I knew you would use one of the two. So
the Superman.
Yep.
I love that one because I mean we ain't Superman.
Yep. Doc told me you ain't Superman.
Yeah.
You ain't Clark Kent. You ain't.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. I wouldn't call it rapping, but it is off of Snoop's album, the 2011 album Doggumentary.
Yeah, but I'd still say it's definitely not. I mean, it's like because they're both just even like Snoop's he doesn't even rap. He's trying to do like a folk thing, I think, to me.
I thought it would have been cool to have Snoop playing the harmonica. I thought at first because the harmonica wasn't all that great. It was good, but it was sounding kind of like it was a novice, harmonica player. But then he mentions Mickey, and so I didn't go into the personnel listing and see who Mickey is. But Mickey's playing the harp on Superman. Side note about the Billy Strings is a funny story that I always keep hearing because I get a lot of interviews about Billy Strings, popping up on my feed. is that one of the first, I think it was probably the first time he met Willie. They were on Willie's tour bus like they always have, and they're playing poker. Willie loves to play poker. Okay, so they're playing poker, and Billy Strings not played poker probably ever. I don't know. He's not very good at it, to say the least. But he lost like $1,000 in like 5 minutes to Willie and all of his old poker buddies that are on the bus. And
wow.
And Willie's wife was like, "Stop taking this boy's money." And Willie's like, "Well, he sat down at the table. I'm going to take his money." And Billy Strings says in the interview, he goes, "I would gladly sit down again and
I would
lose another $1,000 just to sit at that table where, Johnny Cash, this is the same tour bus he's had." So, I mean, a lot of living legends sat at that table and played poker. So that was a fun story.
Sweet.
And I did a painting of Snoop and Willie a long time ago. I'm gonna put it. I got the prints. I'm gonna get them printed for the my next shindig I got going on for the arting.
Awesome.
But my number 4, it's a sad song, but it's not a love song. It's a song about the Chisholm Trail, and it's off the Highwaymen. The Highwaymen, the group. The album is Highwayman, 1985.
Yep.
And Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, and Chris Christopherson, and the last Cowboys song.
Yep.
And a lot of history. That would have been a good one for our history episode, and it may have made it on there. I'm pretty sure Highwayman made it on the history episode. But yeah, it's a good song. The Highwaymen, I think they did 2 albums together.
2 or 3, yeah, 2 for sure.
2 for sure. I think 85, and I think they had a little, lapse into the next one.
Highwayman was an honorable mention on mine, so
Yeah.
that song's the great song.
All right, my number 3 was Bloody Mary Morning. And so am I gonna go sad? I will, off the same album. I'll go even sadder, no upbeat, but I still can't believe that you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, just hits so freaking home, because I wake up some mornings and I mean, it's not even the ex-wife necessarily. There's another song that I could have used about all the women that I love, but there's a slew of women that I've loved that I missed to some extent. I don't necessarily want them back around, but I still missed. I think of those times and I learn for it, and it's I just can't believe that we didn't last. This is kind of how that worked, and how it eats you up inside sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you would get on the flight to Houston and get a Bloody Mary, and you would drink her off your mind. That's how you handle that, Willie style, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, my number 2 kind of deals with what we were talking about, dealing with his own mortality. Wow, the Ghost was very angry about that one.
Mortality.
I'm going to. This was 72. And he's dealing with his own mortality in 72 on the song "A Song for You" is the name of the song, and it's off of Shotgun Willie, which is a phenomenal album.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Shotgun Willie is a great song, but it had some kind of that I didn't really want to touch on. So, but a good song, good album, and like I say, I love you in a place where there's no space and time. Is the line that. I mean, it transcends time. All this love, even if it's lost love, it's out there. It's going to be out there forever until we're vacuumed up into the cosmosphere. All right, so that leaves me with my number 1.
If you don't use it, I'm going to be sad.
I'm probably not, because I'm going to go with the outlaw country era here with the album, the 1978 album, Waylon and Willie. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys.
Yeah.
That was on my tentative. Awesome.
Oh
yeah. I mean, this is them just kind of easing into that stick. You want to label us outlaws, we're going to make a little money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it ties into growing up playing Cowboys and Indians was a thing. I don't think kids do that nowadays.
No.
It's probably not proper. Or there's probably something wrong with it, but yeah, I always chose the Cowboys. And so I've always had that spirit. And like I said, Belle Plaine isn't country. It isn't country, country, but it's still
true.
My grandpa was always watching the Westerns, the old Westerns. Dad was too. And that reminded me of another song that I should have replaced just because it makes me think of my grandpa all the time. But Cowboys are lonely people. They're out on the, they're just, they're loners, and I've always felt that, the line on there, Cowboys are always alone, even when they're with someone they love. So, you could have someone, but you're still alone because, that's just the way Cowboys are wired.
That's the way Cowboys are.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't use "Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die."
Well, it was on there. There was,
and then my my country rap one or whatever. There was
Who Froze?
Lee Gilbert, Colt Fort, Luke Nelson.
Yeah, it was.
But I think he comes in on the very end line. Take it away, Willie. And he said something, and that's the only thing Willie is on there.
There's another one that's kind of like that, but it's "I'll Shut Up Now," and it's the Drifters and Willie Nelson, and he just sings. He's same way. He only sings a couple, or the Dirt Drifters, and Willie Nelson. He just sings a couple lines in that, and it's his old stuff.
Yeah, I was before I set my list in stone this evening. I heard one. Can't remember who else it was, but I'm pretty sure it was Tom Petty and Willie.
We were listening to one earlier, and Amy's like, "I can't believe that one has Tom Petty." It had Reba McEntire. We just listened. I thought I put it on my list too because I couldn't believe it wasn't on here. I did just favorite it on my thing, but Amy was like, "I can't believe that's Reba," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's Reba. That's
great song." Did one with Cranberries, Dolores, whatever. I can't think of her name, how to say her name right, but the gal from the Cranberries, which was in a kind of an empowerment. I think I can't remember the name of it. Don't do something. Don't give up.
Yeah, here's another.
No, it was Sinead O'Connor. It wasn't Cranberries. That was "Don't Give Up" by Sinead O'Connor.
I didn't even see that one.
Yeah. The one I thought you would get.
Mind Your Own Business was the one that I almost used.
Yeah. Hank, is that Hank Williams, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's got Hank, Reba, Tom Petty, and yeah.
But Beyonce and Willie, I thought definitely you'd be all over that one.
I didn't see it because there's so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did one with Carrie Underwood, with multiple with Reba, with so many. Every a ton with Sheryl Crow. Those are the ones I didn't like them as much. There was a couple that she was on, but he had like 5 or 6 songs with Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
Well, there was an album that he had that was just like all women. It was like for the ladies or something like that. I can't remember what the name of the album was.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just a bunch of different random ladies, but I was just, I don't want to say that I was rushing through list. It was just so much. And I was just like, well, I need to pick 15 and narrow it down to 5 because it's going to take forever if I listen to everything.
Yeah, and then adding in like crap. If I didn't already have my favorite them, it makes it easy because they're at the top of my list, and then I can go back through them later.
Weed through them.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the last episode of February, so that means we're gonna be coming on a little bit later next time you see us. So prepare yourselves for that. Don't freak out when it's 8 o'clock and we're not on. Life be life, and we got to make a little changes, so that's what we're gonna do. And we got Beastie Boys, which I really wasn't too surprised. I knew it was going to be Beastie Boys and Willie, and Beastie Boys had the lead up until the last the last minute.
Yeah, none of my peoples voted, so that's okay.
I had
Put them all.
I had a few friends that put me over the edge. I was like, yes, thank you, Watson. You're the man.
Nickelback was ahead for just a minute, and I was like, finally, people understand. And then I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody saw that and they were like, oh no.
All people, call everybody you know and vote. Vote for the other two.
Anybody
vote hard,
else?
vote long.
But Beastie Boys is gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun one. I kind of listened to a little bit of it before the poll ended. I think even before we even put the poll up, just to kind of prep for it, and went back to the early stuff, and it's fun to listen to. But boy, they thought they were hoodlums. They may have been. I don't know. I'm gonna venture to say part of it was true because, like I said, Adam Yacht, after he, Sabotage and Intergalactic Planetary, they stopped performing a lot of their earlier stuff because a lot of it was not stuff he was proud of. So they kind of quit performing it.
It's crazy though. I watched them at a couple different things. I just seen something. It's obviously a long time ago, but it was some of the best rappers there, and they were all showing hardcore. Respect for them just because what they did. A lot of their stuff changed a lot of the other way people did. They were some of the crazy mixers and did just some of the weird early crazy stuff. So they were just straight up having fun, man. That was what I think I liked the most about them. It wasn't that serious. It was just having freaking fun, man.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then finally we'll get into Nickelback. I'm excited about that. We're all excited about that.
Can't stand y'all.
we're gonna do the assignment. I'm preparing myself. I'm gonna listen to more than 5 Nickelback songs. Make my list. I'm gonna listen to 6.5.
Oh my god, they are not bad.
I'm so geeked, man. Dude, my drunk uncles are gonna be so happy. Freaking for me.
They better tune in. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, so that's what's going on. And then, like I said, we'll be back next week. It was fun. Willie was fun.
It's always a good time with your Willie.
Yeah. How can you not have fun with your Willie? Have a good night, y'all.
He's all of our Willies. Bye.
Bye.